trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever, man. I mean that.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw, Darnold. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down, Wilkerson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd and 2, Wilkerson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second down, here's Crowell, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now let's go. Green 39.
A first down carry now for Crowell. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. Green 39.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's first and 10 from the 12. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. His pass caught at the 4. And he's brought down. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Mark Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He's going to float this one. Deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Equanimous St. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Darnold
going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
After review of the play, the
ball up to the 35 stands. Now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gone!
On 1st and 10, Wilkerson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Throwing again. Wilkerson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Wilkerson being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Darnold on first down. And right with it here over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrated. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wilkerson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Johnson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And an alley to run. A second nice move. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On first down, it's Darnold. Got an open man, it's a Nunwa. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. This quarterback now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
False start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Darnold. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw on 2nd down. Wilkerson. Going deep here for Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
On 3rd and 2, Wilkerson. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Operating from the gun. Wilkerson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Looking to throw. Wilkerson. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Equanimous St. Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah,
I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosive.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24. Now Darnold. His throw incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
All right, here we go.
Third and long, it's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Gone! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot!
Looking to throw on second down. Wilkerson over the middle. He's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That one into the hands of Hamilton. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Wilkerson stepping up. He's going to keep it. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing on first down. Wilkerson. Going deep here for Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Wilkerson. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. He's going to get it running right. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set to go here, Isaiah Crowell in the offense. Trot back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilkerson going deep here for Taylor. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 52 yards.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Wilkerson. And he fires one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilkerson. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
Operating from the gun, Wilkerson. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. 1st and 10 at their own 27. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Green 39. Green 39.
Darnold from the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives? So
we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Throwing on 1st down. Wilkerson going up top. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Back to throw. Wilkerson looking deep downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over first and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, Darnold. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
False start, offense.
A bad false start penalty there. Now second and 6.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Now let's go.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Going underneath for Crowell. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On first down, Wilkerson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Austin Kroll, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. McManus's point after is good. And this is back to an 8-point game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on second down. Wilkerson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on third and long. Wilkerson. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Anunwa, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Shane Ray in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. This is caught inside the 15. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 45 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He'll get it up the middle and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Wilkerson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Demetrius Harris, his first touchdown on the year. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Extra point from McManus is good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And that's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Play action. It's Darnold. Got him in. It's right. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go now.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hurry up, here we go.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, another beautiful move.
And that's better than the two-step, isn't it?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, here we go.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw. Wilkerson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw on second down. Wilkerson. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Wilkerson. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Broncos on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He hits Herndon over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On second down, Ingram. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now it's Darnold. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for...
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Safarian-Jenkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw on 2nd down, Wilkerson. He's going to fire one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Over! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean,
and he lost the football, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 38 there on third down. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
On 1st and 10, Wilkerson flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Throwing on first down, Wilkerson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
Kelvin Benjamin, the 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kelvin Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jets are going to take the lead. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 57 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
3-19!
He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. And he's got Hireman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Not only the completion, but that pass also gives him the record for most passing yards in a single game. What a day.
That tells you that the completion percentage is really high. Yards per pass, really high. But what a fantastic day. A brand new record, and we were here to witness it.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback in the final minute, and the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. A final score now from Oakland, and it was the Saints that wound up winners in that one. Case Keenum, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go!
Darnold. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Darnold now to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On the run, it's Corral. Down to about the 22 here. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. He's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.